Hi, welcome you all to the Crypto Singh Show, and my name is Gunpreet Singh, and we talk about Bitcoin, NFT, Metaverse, everything on this show every single day. What's happening with the Bitcoin pricing? We have been going up and up and up. Well, everything seems green, and as we have been predicting. So we'll jump into the price targets today. We'll get into the charts today and see what we are looking at and see where we are headed to and what next do we expect. Are we going to expect more of green or more of red? Everything in today's show. Before we jump in, please do like, share and subscribe. So today we're actually going to get into the charts and I'm going to explain you what I see in terms of price targets, in terms of everything. Now, this is the price target. This is basically US dollar index, which we can actually see had gone down and kind of a pattern being formed, which is a bearish pattern. So we had this downward movement and then it pumped up from here. But saying that, Bitcoin is actually doing better than the stock markets. So let us see what do we see in the Bitcoin pricing. So Bitcoin in US dollars, let us get on to that. Okay, we need to get on to BTC US dollar. Cool. So let's get on to this. And what do I see? Well, this is the kind of resistance that I'm seeing. I mean, eventually we have to see. We'll just probably just take it from here actually, and we'll mark where do I see this going. So this is the kind of resistance I see, and then the other resistance I see is this one here around this is where I can see a bit of resistance. So we're actually out from both the resistance. So one was around 20,500 and the other one was 19,500. So we're out from here and now we're heading towards here. Now what would be my next price target? Well, I honestly think that this is where I think we might just take a kind of a breather, or 21,800 is where I think we're heading to. And my main price target is actually this line here, which I think is what I personally think is around 20,000. Here, this you see has acted as support and resistance. So this is 22,500. So we're actually, these are the targets that I am looking at. Actually, you could just probably get this a bit down and so 21,500 and then 22,500. So, but this is not as strong as the resistance, but 22,500 is something that you really need to look into. And once that is done, then we have the bigger target, and which would be here, which would be around 25,000. So, but I don't think we're reaching there, but in case we do, then 25,000 is my next target. And what's happening with Ethereum, we'll check that as well. Ethereum in US dollar, and so again pretty much the same thing. Everything is in green today. We don't see anything really being in red kind of a thing. And I think if we see this is the resistance, and the next resistance to Ethereum would be here, which is here somewhere around. If you actually see, this has acted as resistance and kind of you see support. So I would say that around 1700 to 1750 we could say is something that has really acted as resistance here, as support here. So if you actually see that touched this line, we came back, touched this line, we came back, touched this line, we came back, again touched, came back, and from here we came back up, but we broke again and we came down again. So that didn't, this line has acted as really strong resistance. So 1750 from my point of view would be probably and you could actually say that we starting from 1700 to 1750 would be the time, would be the resistance for Ethereum. So I think, and we're getting closer to the price targets. And then Solana, let's check this out. Solana in US dollar, if we can get it, this should be good. So Solana again, let's see what price targets we are looking at. And so again, Solana has been breaking out, but where would be the next price target? And I think here we are looking at the next, we're quite close to the next price target actually. I don't think we're going above this. I would probably just get this line here, and this would be 34, I think. So around $34, which we are quite close to. So Solana, I think we're near to resistance, and I think this is what is happening. And I mean, we're getting closer to the resistance now actually. If you see, I think we are somewhere, I don't know how 25,000 everyone will be predicting, but you also have to realize that we've been running a marathon, and you need a breather. And I think Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, all of these coins would require a breather because they've been running for past 3 days. And once they get the breather, but saying that, we had a bullish consolidation around 18,000, 19,000. So we've been having a bullish consolidation. I've been saying that in all my videos that we are looking to go ahead from here, and bullish consolidation has been happening. But again, this does not change my long-term view. Long-term, we're again looking at a downfall, and I think this is the last kind of a relief rally that I think we would have. I wish I could go wrong on this, but I think this is the last relief rally before Fed increases its meeting, which is next week. So I mean, is this all for a week? Because I think it's very short-lived, this relief rally, and now people would start taking out profits. You will see all of these profits being taken out. So I think we don't have much of time on our hand, but saying that, I think once they start increasing the rates, that would get the market down, and that really depends on the next week's meeting. And if they increase the rates again, I think you're in for trouble. And once again, I mean, we would have November rate increase from my point of view, and so it would happen exactly the same thing in December. And then Jan and Feb, people are going to realize, you know what, the money is not being printed. And if money is not being printed, what are we up to? Nothing. So risk assets, they go down. So I personally think that's when the risk assets would actually start going down, and that is when people would realize, you know what, maybe time to take money out. And that is where I think the panic would start. So Jan, Feb, March, I think next year is what I'm looking at, where people would actually realize what's happening with the market. But till then, 25,000, 24,000 you might go. Why? Because a lot of bearish sentiments in the market. So be on a lookout on not on the charts, on YouTube. Be on a lookout on YouTube. Now, what do you need to look out on YouTube? When all the YouTubers are saying that the bottom is in and we are done, and the Bitcoin is taking off and we're going to the moon. But where do we reach instead? Under the ground. So once you hear that we're on the moon, well, try and understand there's no moon. There's under the ground is the thing. So be on a lookout on when all these, probably just, you don't need to see all the YouTubers, probably just check out the 10 top YouTubers. And if they are saying we're going up, I mean, take a ratio call. Take a call in terms of ratio, in terms of if 70% or 80% are saying we're going up, then you got to be in the 30% bench of going down, and not in the 70%. So I think that is a super indicator of where we are heading to. So I will be on a lookout for all these YouTubers. If they've started screaming that we are bearish or we are bullish, I will let you know that. But for now, I think we're still bullish because a lot of bearish sentiments in the market. So we'll be consolidating for some time, and we've liquidated all the shorts. So now it's the time for the longs to be liquidated. So it's a funny game. And in this long and short trading, only few people win in this world. And don't get into gambling, don't get into that kind of a trading. So just believe in the technology, believe in Bitcoin, believe in the underlying technology of blockchain, and try and understand this more. And not in terms of price point of view. People say this is volatile. Well, I mean, recently it's shown that stock markets have been more volatile than actually, and the US dollar has been more volatile than Bitcoin. So the crypto markets have been less volatile than all of these markets. So and they've been holding good at this price level. So this is where I think we're heading to, and this is what is happening with the crypto markets. And if you're liking the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. And we have a very, very special announcement to make. We're very soon coming in with in-studio interviews, candid interviews with the Web3 players, with the people whose voice counts in Web3. And it's going to be one of its own kind of the show on YouTube, and it's going to be one of its first shows on YouTube. So stay tuned with us, and we'll be sending you all the updates on that, and we'll be putting it up on our Twitter account, on our Instagram, on our LinkedIn, on anything. So all the social media platforms that we use, we will be putting it up there on our website, so you can go check those out there. So we have an interesting these sessions coming up with so many people, an in-person interview, because a lot of us do think that this is a scam, isn't it? But what we are going to do is bridge the gap between the scam and the real people. And you know what? We're going to make you meet the real people. We're going to make you meet the owners of the company. We're going to meet, and we're going to tell you what's happening, behind the curtain, or how the technology is developing, or what's happening around the world. So we'll be doing that with a lot of our people on who will be coming in our studio for in-candid conversation. But if you want to stay tuned, you want to stay updated with it, please do like, share, and subscribe. So that's all for now. Signing off, Gunpreet Singh from the Crypto Singh Show. Take care. Bye-bye.